from wrestler, though, national champion wrestler at a Division II school.
Yes.
How do you go from wrestler to fighter? Now, I mean, obviously, it's a natural transition for a lot of guys. I mean,
Yes.
there's plenty of guys who have wrestling as their primary discipline. But how did you do it?
Yeah, it was, I heard about fighting, obviously, while I was there. A couple of my teammates were amateur fighters. And, they kind of, I saw them do their thing. And still, I wasn't sold on it. I was a wrestler through, in my heart. And after college, I, got signed to be a, Olympic Training Center resident and train for the 2012 Olympics.
Now, where was that happening?
In Colorado Springs.
Okay. Did you ever make it out to San Diego to the Olympic Training Center?
I actually have. I actually went there once. My younger brother was training out there when he was a football player. He trained out there.
This is Muhammad
Usman, yes. And so I actually got to visit him one time there over there in Chula Vista.
Yeah, right.
And but while I was in Colorado Springs, I just I got more open to it because then I was around it more and more. I would get calls from big time fighters like, "Hey, will you come out? I'm fighting a wrestler. Would you come out and help me train for this fight?" Which was when I got to meet Rashad Evans, and these guys kind of started pouring into me more and more. And and actually once I decided that I was done with the wrestling, I was dating a girl that was an Olympic boxer at the time, and so I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I should just turn into boxing because I love boxing. Everybody loves to punch something.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, let's go do boxing.
Yeah.
And but then I realized, I'm like, wait, I would have to spend 4 years chasing another Olympic dream. And these guys have been doing it. These boxers have been doing it all their lives since they were 8 years old. And I don't know if that's just a wise idea to think I can do it in 4 years and just negate this whole skill that I've learned for the last 10 years. And so I'm like, wow, how could I combine that? And I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Like, this is here.
Right.
MMA is right here.
It's
right in front of me. I can still do that. And I get to punch people. I think that's the way to go.
Okay, so how did you, when was your very first fight in an octagon?
So I made the transition. I decided to leave after the trials for the 2012 Olympics, and I moved down here to South Florida, and with Rashad Evans. And Rashad Evans was the main guy to kind of help me make that transition. He kind of told me, okay, this is what we need to do, this is where we need to go, and this is how we need to go about it. And I trusted him, and I just followed in his footsteps.
Here in South Florida?
Yes.
Where do you live here?
Florida. I actually live in Delray.
You do?
Yes.
See, that's where my parents live.
See?
Then maybe you
Good
live in
spot.
the same retirement community.
Maybe.
Did you
Maybe.
go see the Coney Island 5 2 nights ago at the bingo parlor?
Oh, my God.
No, I think I missed that one. I think I missed it.
You did? You missed
Man,
the Coney Island
I was
5.
bummed about it. I
Really?
was bummed, but I missed it.
All right, so now I want you to meet Alex here. Alex is our resident MMA
fight
expert.
aficionado.
This
What's up,
guy
Alex?
really
How you
knows
doing
his shit right here,
Good.
okay? Now, here you got the champ, Alex.
Yes, I do.
All right, what do you got an opportunity to talk to the champ.
Yes.
All your homeboys are going to be watching this stuff.
Yes.
They're all going to count on you to ask some real
I'm not
MMA
going to
stuff.
ask him shit. I'm going to say thank you for what you did in December to Kobe Covington.
Oh, yeah.
He's the
You were
most
very
annoying
welcome. You were very
guy out,
welcome.
whether it's a whatever his shtick or whatever, if it's real or not.
Yeah.
What this man did to Kobe Covington in December was just a beautiful thing. It was a crazy fight. I don't know if you were expecting such a stand-up fight, but it was great.
Yeah. I at some point when someone talks so much and creates so much just chaos, that was the only fitting way to do it. Yes, I could have went in, dominated him like I do everybody for 5 rounds and walked away with the win and without a scratch.
Expecting that.
Yes,
Expecting
without a scratch. Yeah, but no, I just felt like, you know what? When you get bullies running their mouth all the time, sometimes you got to hit a bully in the mouth. And
so what's going to happen now?
Eventually,
You got your next
you
bully.
you got another guy talking and run his mouth. Like that's the thing is, these guys don't understand. There's a reason these guys aren't champion. There's a reason they haven't ever been there. Especially this guy. This guy's been around for a long
Masvidal.
Yeah, it's been around for a long
time.
And basically
It's a
a
lot of longs.
dinosaur in the
It's a
game.
lot of longs.
Yeah, a lot of longs. Yeah,
Long.
basically a
16
dinosaur in
years.
the game. 16 years and still hasn't gotten to the mountaintop. There's a reason you're not there. And I've been doing this sport since 2012.
What is the reason,
And I'm
by
at the
way?
mountaintop.
What-
It's a difference. It's either you have it or you don't have it.
But is the difference?
You know?
Hold on, I have a question. Is the difference that you're a guy who was trained as a wrestler for all these years, and then was a potential Olympic athlete, etc. And he's a guy who comes from the streets of Miami, who is fighting in Kimbo Slice's backyard, who he likes to scrap and get down. So what I'm saying is you were a trained wrestler, an artist, if you will. He was a street fighter, a different sort of art, okay? Is that the difference between you and him?
No. It's not the difference at all because if you've been doing this for 16 years, you would think like, hey, this is what I need to do to become champion. You would figure out what you need to do. 16 years is a long time for you to not figure out the right things to do to become champion if that's who you really are meant to be. It's just not meant to be. Some of these guys don't have the heart to be champion. They talk a big game, but once it's all on the line, when you need to be that guy to take that shot to win the game and set you guys up forever, like some guys just can't step up to the plate. They pass. They find a way to lose. They find a way to self-sabotage themselves, and that's not me. I'm a competitor. Whether I was trained in wrestling or whether it was football or whether it was rugby or whether it was tennis, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I have a champion's mentality. So when I step in there, I'm going to win at all costs, and these guys just can't get there.